Hi friends, MD Vegan. I make a pear poppy seed pie today. And hey, I make a poppy seed pie. I made that before, you can look it up. And on top, a layer of pears. So I like poppy seeds a lot. And well, I make a raw food cake, a live bakery with it. Is really nice, and I didn't know that it worked at all. But I found out, and it's easy. I show you how. But first, let's begin with the Springform. That's regularly what I use to make these cakes. That is with a parchment paper, and I make 3 layers. First is a regular crust with dates and almonds. For that, I need a food processor fitted with the S plate. That's the best tool for making raw food bakery, live bakery. S plate here, that is needed to first make a course meal. Here, they have almonds here. Almonds are super healthy nuts. Kind of nuts, not really, but... So I have 1.5 cups or so. This is a small form, Springform, not a large one. So with this I need not even 2 cups almonds. And I begin with the almonds to make the course meal and save some time later. Putting the dates to get it sticky, that would be too early. Saves time without first. So, let's go. Course meal. Here, that's course meal. You just break the almonds down a little bit. And now I put the dates, the second step, put the dates in to make the sticky dough. Here 10 dates or so, depends on the size you have, how sweet you would like it. But the dates make the course meal stick together. And when I put the dates in first, together with the almonds, it takes longer to break down for the almonds. Now they're broken down, and I get it easier to get the sticky dough finer. And I put some cinnamon in there. That's very nice with poppy seeds. So I have a tablespoon or so. It goes in with the dates. Now, step 2, sticky dough. The sticky dough looks like that. Here, take a little bit of the dough, stick it together, and it should stick now. Yeah. The longer you process, the softer it gets, the more sticky. But it is also nice to don't over-process, because then you have a little more fluffiness. But you have to do now, what I do now is I put all the dough into the bottom of the Springform with the parchment paper line, and I put it all in there. And now, once it's in, I have to get out everything now, because I use it right away. Again, the S plate and this food processor, and I don't need to cleanse it, because it will use it for the poppy seed, and it's pretty dry, no problem. So first I share everything evenly, and then when it's evenly spread, has to be even. I can also make a little mold here, or a different shape for a tart or so. But I want to have it very simple here. Flat crust. First I shape it, and then I take my knuckles and the weight of my body and press it down. Take some time, because that is important, that you really press that down to get the crust firm, so that you cut out a piece, doesn't fall apart. That's important. Otherwise, it's not nice to eat a cake when everything's crumbly. That's not so good. So I come back in a moment and show you what it looks like. Crust is done. Here, the first layer has to be firm now. So nice pressing. So second layer is the main part, the poppy seeds. And as I said, again, I take the same one here. It is pretty dry, and it doesn't make a difference. I don't need to clean it now. Same processor, and here a poppy seed. 1.5 cups almost 2 cups. It's 200 grams or so. It's a whole bag. I get them in little bags here. And the first thing I do the same with the almonds. So I process them. And that's funny, that there's very hard, these poppy seeds, and they're super healthy. There's a little bit of science about that, about the poppy seeds. If you eat too much, you cannot get into can't drive, because when you get a blood test, you might be over the limit because there is a substance in the opioid, in the poppy seeds, that, yeah, it's not really dangerous, but you eat too much, you know, that means you have to eat 7 or 8 tablespoons. That is scientific, I looked it up, scientific study about it. But when you eat 1 or 2 pieces of the cake, doesn't really matter. Not that much, but it is something in there. So it's a nice thing. But as opposed to the almonds, I put the raisins. That's the sweetener for the poppy seeds. That's 1.5 cups of raisins. I put the raisins right in there, because as opposed to the almonds that are easier to process without the dates, here the raisins, the poppy seeds are easier to process with the raisins, because poppy seeds are so hard. So the blender, the processor, doesn't get a grip without the raisins. You can do it without, but it is easier here with the raisins. So a little tip here from my side. So first now, the first 2 parts, poppy seeds and raisins. The blender dance. So that now it took me 3 minutes all the time. That is a long time for a processor. It's not too long, but 3 minutes is a long time if you compare to the almonds. It takes a minute or so, not even a minute. But what I have now here, I have the poppy seeds broken down and they begin to stick a little bit. And that's what you want to have. It takes a long time. So after that happened, I now put the apple in. I have a whole apple here. It's a nice sour Boskop apple. It's a little nice sour cooking apple, but you can get any apple. I peeled it and seeded it. Take out the core and cut it into pieces. That is a wonderful, flavor, this sweet and sour balance with this strong energy, warming poppy seeds. You process the poppy seeds with the raisins and the apple, and you get a nice dough-like texture. You can have a filling there, not the poppy seed filling. One more blender dance. So that's easier now with the apple. And here I show you. We get it's creamy now. You see, gets a little bit gray here. You see, sticky. And that's what I want. Now I can have a wonderful filling. And it has now this typical poppy seed smell when you have a poppy seed cake, traditional poppy seed cake. You know this smell, the fragrance. I like that so much. Now when you process it, just without bakery, anything, here with the apple and raisins, they get the same smell. And that's like, so I put it all now on top of my crust. That's again. The second layer, yes, it's almost has the same size, maybe the same depth as the crust. Yeah, so it's a nice cake. It's really a filling cake. So put it here. Now I have to again to make it even everything, but that's easy now because this layer is soft and like a dough, really, like a soft dough, but it keeps the shape. And the raisins also, and the seeds, they all help to get it in shape. And it won't run away. That's a very nice way to, it's very nice to make a poppy seed cake because it has this quality. It will not, it stays in shape. You can make the cake and something softer here to get it even. You don't need to it's called no thickener or so. It's its own thickener. It keeps the shape. But for the next layer, I will use then, doesn't need to be that beautiful, doesn't need to be perfect, 100% even. Just, you see, it has a little bit of structure on top. Yeah, it's a second layer for the poppy seeds. But what I do now, I put the third layer on top, and that is a pear with a vanilla cream, with a cashew banana cream. I put the pears into this shape, you know, these just slices. The pear is peeled and seeded, and I begin now from the outside in around the cake to place the pears, and I hope I have enough. I think 3 pears. I tried it last time with another cake, and I found I had three pears. They are not big pears, small pears. They fit, and as the poppy seed filling is soft, I can press the pears a little bit into the poppy seeds so they don't fall down, they don't fall off the layer here. They stay where they are. And that's a good thing with the poppy seed. And I can already smell that. The pear has a wonderful flavor together with the poppy seed. And it seems I have enough, the right amount here. Looks good. All the pears are fitting. And I have, I would have said almost nothing left. Yeah, I find a place to stick the rest in here. Kind of a little pushing here to get it all even out. I'll show you in a moment. Just press it down a little bit. The layer with pears. Here, see the pears? That's the pear pie. Now the pear poppy seed pie. And now comes the cashew cream. Put that aside for a moment. Now the last layer that together with the pears, that is one layer, because this year the bananas and the cashew nuts, I have a good cup of cashews here, and one banana, that's enough, I would say, just one banana to make the cashews a little bit softer. And together with the banana I have half a lemon, so just to give the little bit of flavor, a little bit of sweet sour flavor, not too much, it should be neutral. And not too sweet. The pears are already sweet, and also the poppy seeds with the raisins and the apple, it's a little bit sweet. So no more sweetness, just one banana, half a lemon, and a good cup of cashews. I guess that should be it. And I'm going to thicken it with this, but let's see if it works. I've now blended. A little space here create. So, blender dance. So that was a start, but you see what happens, it is too little liquid, that's not enough. But what I do is very simple. I just put now the missing link in there. Here I have a small amount, that's not even half a cup of coconut oil in this case. Here in a water bath, hot water, metal container, quarter cup of coconut oil. Put that directly into the blender, and now I guess it might be easy. Let's see. I'll check it sure first. I mean, may have some water. Could add some water if it does not work. Scraping down the sides, just a little experiment. Oops, it might work. I have to blend a little bit longer, the cashew nuts. They are firm. Now one more dance. Don't want to waste too much time here. I would say yes. See, this is a good amount of softness. And now I'm almost done. I quickly put my cashew nuts, cashew cheese on top. And then it goes into the refrigerator overnight. And that's done. Get on everything here. Put it nicely on top so it covers the pears. And that's my pear poppy seed pie. See? Show you what it looks like once I get out of the fridge again. And see in a moment. Friends, there might be a nice and fulfilling afternoon ahead with this wonderful pear poppy seed pie. I'll try. How about you?